Yep, today's the day, huh? Oh, cool. Let's save here, I guess. Photos. Photos of me and Rebecca on the day we moved in. We probably shouldn't have moved into a house with expensive rent, but Rebecca wouldn't stop talking about kids. Though Rebecca was set on living in the city, she also thought we need the extra space. I think we would have been good parents. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, from what I've seen of you, you just you and her don't seem to be too great. But again, that's a shit ton of stress, so notebook. It's one of the notebooks Rebecca used to write her stories in. Come with us, page 1. Typical. That's the best way Jane could have described that night. The moon was out, lighting the room in a dull, familiar glow. The air was still, peaceful. It was the perfect conditions for sleeping. Many would agree with her, except the typical night had been disturbed, in the most atypical way Jane could have ever imagined. Jane squirmed in the corner of her bed. She pressed herself against the headboard and the wall, hugging her knees. Most of all, she was trembling. It wasn't every night that you wake up to find an expressionless child standing at the end of your bed, after all. The main question on Jane's mind was why? Why her? Why tonight? Why a child? Jane never thought of herself as particularly special. Surely this only happened to those who warranted it, the weird and wonderful, not someone like her. Normal. That's the way Jane could describe herself. Her name was Jane Audrey Phillips, named after her 2 grandmothers, naturally. She had brown, shoulder-length hair. It was practical. Brown eyes like her father. She wasn't particularly tall, neither particularly short. She did well at school. It led to a job that paid her bills. She neither liked her job, nor did she dislike it. She had often thought she was a very neutral person. She didn't think much of anything. Not that she wasn't happy. She was, in a calm, contented way. She got on with things. Much like herself, the day could also be described as normal. She awoke 3 minutes before her alarm, as she usually did, ate a reluctant breakfast, and headed to work. Work was average. Papers needed filing. Reports needed writing. Manual conversation with a sticky R key on her laptop. Returning home, leftovers for dinner, calling her mom. It was the routine she'd had for years. She went to bed on time and fell asleep in a timely manner. Nothing indicated anything odd should happen to her after all. And yet, there the child stood at the end of her bed in her room. Fuck. Come with us, page 2. It was a girl. It was wearing a white nightgown reminiscent of times far gone. It had long, unwavering dark hair. Its face was pale and eyes were dark. It made Jane uncomfortable to think of the strange specter as a girl, so she didn't. A young girl wouldn't find herself in a stranger's room in the middle of the night. That was not a young girl. Or this was not a young girl. That was all Jane could figure out. The woman had already tried asking it for information, but it wouldn't speak. It didn't react at all. It just stared at her. There was a chill on her spine she was desperately trying to ignore, almost as if someone was slowly dragging an icicle up her back. She pressed herself harder against the wall. Then sensation didn't cease. The child's a demon! Finally, the child parted its pale lips. Though this was once the outcome Jane was hoping for, somehow it only terrified her more. She shrunk further into the bed. She was shivering. Come with us. Jane sucked in her breath as the child spoke. Its voice was small and soft. It sounded like a little girl. Oh, I have to do a higher pitch voice. It almost left Jane less afraid. Almost. But the eyes were so dark and the stare was so intense. Jane desperately wanted to look away, or close her eyes, but she daren't. The woman was terrified if she broke eye contact, the child would do something. She wouldn't know what. The unease only grew. The child's face remained blank as it stared, though, its head tilted to the side. It was almost cute. Only almost. Jane suddenly realized it was waiting for a response. Also, Jane is totally Elaine, or Elaney. I can't remember what the fuck our name is, but that's totally the thing. Anyways, the woman released the breath she didn't realize she was holding. Where? Her voice wobbled as she spoke, her lip left trembling. The child shook its head a little, stark hair shuffling over its chest. Come with us. I have to get used to doing noises again. Noises? Voices. Alright, let's see what else is here. Film. It's Rebecca's collection of horror movies. Well, some of them. Wow. TV.
Let me die. Let me die.
The Brain That Wouldn't Die. I used to like this one. The film is about a mad scientist who manages to keep a woman's severed head alive for several days. The woman begs for him to let her die. Unsurprisingly, I no longer care for it. Also, to let you know, this is the full film. This is public domain now, which means, like, there's no copyright on it. So, people are pretty sure that this is the full film. And there's actually an achievement, I think, to watching the full film. But I'm not gonna do that right now. So, there we go. Let me just save and leave. I think the film's like 80 minutes or something. Maybe one day I'll just record myself watching it. We can have like a theater mode. Friend and I watching it together. I don't know if Jean would be interested. Maybe he would. Who knows? Oh, we're at work. Okay. Please finish report by end of tomorrow. Maybe you'd be happier working somewhere else? Jesus. Passive-aggressive comments certainly aren't uncommon around here, but I don't think I can put this report off any longer. Well, fucking hell. I'll do the bulk of the work tomorrow. I can't do this right now. Oh. Well, that's not good.